everybody, to another episode of the Guile Treatment. This week we are doing the post cap of the PTC in Indianapolis.
There you go.
Indiana?
Yep. Indianapolis is close enough, man.
Yeah. And we have our winner, the one and only Phil Birch, winning with the same character that he sported at Nationals, but this time with a spicy errata, Tim Keefe 2.
Oh, and what a spicy errata it was, guys.
Yes.
We're also doing this show a little light because some of the boomers couldn't show up to the call.
Yeah, for real. We think we lost Rob. We might have lost Rob to sleep. But just a quick note. Don't know if we'll do a show. We'll probably do a post Davey show, and then the show after that's like San Antonio. There's some people flying out to that, so we'll try to get the winners of those, and then we're gonna take Christmas break. So 2 weeks we're gonna take Christmas break.
But what about this PTC that's in Canada this next upcoming week, huh?
Oh, the PTC in Canada?
I believe so.
Oh, really?
Like in Montreal or something.
Added one.
Oh,
yeah, the one they added. I think it's this weekend.
Oh, really? Okay. Well, I guess we'll talk about it. That's fine. Yeah, sure.
The meta will be drastically different.
Oh yeah, definitely. So we had 37 players, I believe, right?
Yeah,
that's 37 players. This was the second year they've hosted a PTC. Saltier Games is one of the best shops I've been to. JD runs a very, very good store. Their streaming setup wasn't ready to go because he had a leg injury or something and he couldn't get something worked out. Yeah. But the community came through. I brought my stream. Tam brought their stream. So,
and no, the top 4 match and finals are not streamed because I didn't want a giant microphone in my mouth while I was playing UFS. So no, they are not streamed. I'm sorry to inform you that UFS used mics are too damn big, and I didn't want them in my mouth anymore.
They're like this big, like. They were huge. Like
they were just like normal microphones.
Yeah,
it was like very intrusive.
They're normal handheld microphones, right?
Yeah, but
they're
like
just very intrusive to have it sticking in your face while you're trying to play cards around it.
Yeah, I know my mic's like this big, and I guess
it's nice.
Yeah, it's tiny. You know, it works. But we'll do picks real quick. We'll go over the picks real fast before we hop into Phil's dominating performance for the second year in a row. Well, it's the second year in a row you've won. So.
All right, okay. Let's talk about dominant performances, all right?
What?
All of top 8, every round.
We can get into that after. Wait, whoa, youngin. Whoa.
Well, but only one of those top seeds 2-0'd the entire top cuts.
Yes.
This guy. Going first, not even OP, dude. My opponents couldn't win going first either.
So attendance. I'm going to go over picks real fast. Rob won attendance. I won winner. Barrett and guests got diversity because there were no diversity. So current score is Rob 22, me 21. Barrett 20, guests have 14 points. So we'll pick.
Oh, dude, the guests fucking blow.
Yeah, well, there was a couple. There was like 4 weeks.
Are you getting on here?
There was like 4 weeks where we didn't have a guest at all. So
that's cheating.
Yeah, kind of.
You don't get to have points.
Yeah, kind of stacked the deck a bit. So you will be picking for the Florida PTC.
Okay, so what about can I pick for the Florida and the Montreal PTC?
Okay, so this is what we'll do. We'll do a bonus question. You can pick the winner of the Montreal PTC, then that's a bonus point. So we'll do that.
I'm trying to get some bonus points for the guests because we're struggling right now. We're really lacking.
Yeah, there's a couple times where that they just skunked out the entire time, but whatever. So you played was it basically the same deck that you had at Nationals, or did you do any tweaks?
No, I changed a lot, honestly. And by a lot, I mean like 7 or 8 cards, but in a 60-card deck, that's actually a pretty fair amount. Mm-hmm. At one point, I went up to about 63 cards while building it, and then like I kind of evened it out. I added an extra card, took out Guardian Spirit Sword, put in Second Saintly Beast because it's just a better card for what I was doing. Mm-hmm. And then after the errata, I was like, oh, I don't need to have main decked Boulder Tech anymore. So I took out Unlikely Allies, which I had put in to get up to 63. Mm-hmm. Added another stop in, changed my attacks to just be more consistent. No memes because I can't meme anymore. I have to play it. I have to commit my cards sometimes. So Flash Kick wasn't as fun because I wasn't passing it always.
Sure.
But the deck idea was the same. It was the same thing that's been kicking ass. But this time I won. I lost once in Swiss and didn't win it. So feels bad.
So back on the errata, you other than like the memes, how often did you activate the R like before the errata normally?
Oh, and that's probably like somebody asked me and they were like, so like, do you really activate it that much? I was like, oh, I don't actually think so. And then I like counted the next time I did it, and I did like 6 times in a turn. I was like, oh yeah, apparently the answer is yes. I do activate it quite a bit. I just don't realize when I'm doing it. But yeah, having to like keep track of it was not even like an issue at all. It was just like, oh no, at the end of my turn, some of my playable all committed cards are committed now. Shit.
Yeah. I guess I can put a little insight. I actually took Phil Birch's Nationals version of the deck, and I played it at my Premier Store event last month. So this was pre-errata, and I decided, because I'm lame, I took out missile launchers, and instead I played things like Providential Thunder, and I bumped up the number of flash kits. So it became a committal power flip Bastion stance Providential Thunder deck.
Did it work?
But I learned while playing it, because you're talking about number of times in a turn, I felt like maximum you needed, like to kill somebody typically, you needed maybe 4 of them. And that was just to keep your whole board ready. But you're right. I then played the deck after the errata, and it just means your Dark Side of Karmas and Fusion Refusals end up committed.
Yeah, Sense of Morals is committed.
Yeah. And so it became this like idea of like, oh, so the deck didn't change at all.
No, not really. You could make an argument that maybe like the Chaos version got worse, I guess.
Yeah,
because they had to play bigger strings. They also couldn't Genbu as much anymore. But
very true.
The Earth deck's literally the same as far as I could tell. Like, I had a fine time. Like, I realized that maybe I could struggle in a couple of matchups some more, but it wasn't like such a vast gap that I was going to be like losing games consistently.
So, what did you like about second Saintly Beast over Guardian of Spirits? Or is it because it always had it gave you offensive speed as well as defensive speed?
Speed bump, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, the bigger problem you have in the deck sometimes is that if your opponent actually holds cards to block, like, you can not have very productive turns.
Sure.
But, like, 5-speed Akimbo's good. Like, you can make your 6-speed Nutcrackers, stuff like that. Plus, the more cards in your discard pile, the more live your cards are anyway. Like, you want more Sense of Morals, you want more Fusion Refusals in your discard pile for your Nutcrackers. Sure. So it's like, finding them faster made more sense to me. And I wasn't playing, like, a full set. I was only playing 2. I just changed the 2 to a different 2. And I took out, like, I don't know. I didn't really keep, like, a big tab of what I did differently, but, like, if you look at the lists between, like, the one on the post I made on, I think it's on Rockford CCG, where I compiled all deck lists, and then the one that was posted by, I assume, Fam yesterday. You'll see there's, like, I'd say probably 10 cards different.
Sure.
But only one extra card added.
I couldn't remember, because I did, when I built the Tim Keep deck, I cross-referenced yours and Shane's. Have you always only played 3 Bastion stands? I couldn't remember.
I played 4 at Nats.
Okay, yeah. So you cut that down too.
I cut it down to 3 for this tournament because I didn't think the Bastion thing would be as relevant with only 2 activations. It was still really good. It just wasn't. It wasn't like just obscene.
Sure.
Yeah. Sure. Okay.
It was a much better like reversal with power flip card than it was like on my own turn in most instances, and also in a lot of instances I was more readily willing to throw them away to like just using it randomly as opposed to like at Nats where I was really holding it because you could get just huge blowouts with it.
Yeah, you see like 2 power flips in your turn, you're like, all right, I'll debuild you like 700.
And I did that a lot at like Nats. Like against the Akuma player, he put like 3 foundations on his turn, and then my turn 2 was like a double power flip with like a Bastion stance or 2. And I was just like, okay. I think I had 1 Bastion stance on turn 1 and played double power flip, and that's like 3 activations. So he was like, "Oh, that's nuts," and I was like, "Yeah, it's pretty freaking dumb."
Okay, so getting into the tournament, you want to talk about some of your favorite highlights from Swiss, and then we can move into tops? If you remember any of it.
I literally was trying to remember all the people I played today just so I could have maybe some content for this because I also have a boomer memory. And if I haven't seen them before, I typically don't remember them very often until I play them like 2 or 3 times. Or in some people's cases, I never remember them, and I don't know why. But I played against, like, I don't even know. I don't, like, my first round, I don't remember. I think it went to game 3, but it wasn't, like, I don't ever feel like I was losing.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm pretty sure that I lost because I like just played way too way too just aggressively.
Sure.
But it was a good game. I think he was an Indy guy. I don't know. He was playing Slinko 1.
Okay.
My round 2 though, boy, I almost turned into like the biggest tilt monster because I was like, wow, I guess my deck is just awful because I got smashed. It was not close. I got 2-0'd by a spike deck. And, man, I thought he was playing 4 Vengeances because he always killed me with Vengeance. But, boy, howdy. He had 2 Redemption, or is it called Redemption, the Ivy attack?
Yeah. Yeah, and the 3 death?
Yeah, he had 2 Redemptions in his deck and 2 Vengeances. And, boy, did he always Redemption Vengeance me to kill me. And I was like, wow, that's super consistent, buddy. I was like, oh, he's got to be 4 and 4. No, I got smashed. I had a good time though past that point. Like a lot of tense matches where like I felt like I played very well and I really enjoyed that. I played against an Akuma that his attack string was like 6 attacks long or something.
And, was that Ted from Ohio?
Yeah. Ted Ruiz.
Yeah.
His kill turn was like 4 or 5 like Akuma attacks long, and I was like, okay, well we have to block these perfectly or else we lose. And I had like Fusion Refusal for a block, and I had double Cool and Focused, and we just full blocked all of his stuff, and luckily, like, failed his last card, and I was like, yes, this is great. After that, I, like, rounds 3 and 4, I lost, what the hell games were those? Yeah, 3 and 4, I guess. 4 and 5? 4 and 5. I lost game 1 to both Dylan Hall and to Tam.
Mm-hmm.
Lost to his Lord Raptor, and then I lost to Jetta, and then swiftly 2-0'd them past that point, and just felt pretty hard about everything. I got both of them with Big Cyclone. It felt great. They both tried to use Voice of Reasons, walked right into those big Cyclones.
Well, this is the last event you can play that card, so it's
Tam walked into double Big Cyclone. That felt pretty sick.
Oh, that's rough.
It was awesome. It was pretty sweet. And then I beat Eric in like 5 minutes on stream at round 6.
If I remember correctly, you guys were done pretty quickly while the rest of us were all...
nuts. He was playing fast and loose with his time, and I was just... like a much better defensive deck, so it just kind of went through there.
Yeah, I'm pretty. Because what you guys were 1 and 2 going into final round, right?
We were 1 and 2 going into final round, and 1 and 2 in Swiss. Finished that up, went and grabbed a beer, came back, and was like, "Oh, I got to play against Tyler." I bit like everybody from UFSU in this tournament. I beat them all except for James because I'm pretty sure he was at like bottom table or something.
Yeah, he was. Yeah.
It was cool. His Goro deck. I was like, oh, this might be a bad matchup. He throws 100 damage attacks, and then I 2-0'd him pretty quickly because turns out I can do 40 pretty quickly if I, hit him. Then played Mike Boyd.
Oh yeah, Michael. Yeah, from UFSU. Yeah.
Smashed him also.
Yeah, he was playing Yusuke. Yeah.
2-0'd him. He kept making the comment of how I was smashing him so badly, and I was like, well, you're not wrong. So, and then I smashed Eric again. I mean, it was fun. I had a great time at the event. And, like, through 2 events with Tim Keefe, through 2 singles events, I'm 15 and 2. So that's pretty good.
That's pretty good, man.
The deck's pretty nuts. Yeah, it includes top cuts, but that includes my horrifying defeat at the hands of Rich, and then me smashing this tournament. So
you win your second one in a row. Because you won last year.
I won Indy PTC last year. Also. I am the undefeated Indy PTC champ.
Yes, he is. Yeah. So we heard you guys play. You had. Did you ever finish that Tira deck? Did you finish it all before you left?
Oh, I am missing like 3 ultra rares.
Oh, okay.
Besides that, we're pretty stacked, man.
Yeah, this man.
Why are you playing Tira?
Why wouldn't I play Tira, dude? You're telling me she's gonna get banned, so I might as well play the broken deck, right?
That's exactly why I'm asking.
I mean, I gotta play all the broken decks that are gonna get banned, right? I mean, we just did it with Tim, so.
I think we can talk about that. There's definitely a lot of discussion. I think mainly a lot of Facebook posts and
about Tim.
Thinking, is this the sign that he gets the hammer because the errata obviously didn't fix the issue?
Their options are either just to straight out ban him, which they probably will do, or ban Power Flip. Power Flip is like the biggest blowout card in the deck. And like, yeah, you could do some really cool stuff without it, but Power Flip really lets you just do everything, right?
Yeah. It becomes this issue as well, and I was talking with my local players during the draft, is so the biggest effect that I think Tim Keefe brought to the table was that he was a 7-hander with Earth, and he gave the plus to the checks.
Yeah.
We just got another one.
Yeah.
That same deck can be played in as well.
Sure.
You just don't get the seal, but you see a lot more cards necessarily. So it does become an issue. If you ban Tim Keefe, do people just shift over to as well? And then you're right, at that point, is Power Flip the problem, not the character?
Well, I think the discussion there would be like the seal is so powerful, like because you're sealing their defense and then you're sealing their offense, and that's honestly probably the best part about him. Like I've seen comments on like the Facebook threads where Garrett's just like, the problem with him is that he's the best defensive character in the format. If you took away his ability to do it on defense, like his check plus on defense, maybe he sees some effect because he can't perfectly block things now. But like being able to seal your opponent's cards on their turn for free is very, very strong. Like it takes away so many unique options. Like nobody can confronting Jetta you. Like they can't boost their checks or they can't boost their damage the rest of the turn with like Blast of his kind. You lose your best defensive pieces. You can't like any unique card in the game is invalidated by him.
Yep. Yeah, that's true. That's
much in the same.
Mission thieves, like you get an auto seal on it. So I can already like the Akuma matchup being pretty good in that sense.
He invalidates cards much in the same way that Spirit Gun did. Like Spirit Gun, why would anybody play a unique card in a format that had Spirit Gun in every deck? Like I immediately took all of my uniques out of my deck after Nationals because they were just absolutely dead the entire tournament.
Sure.
I was like refusing to let go. Wow, this card's super strong, except for it's a dead card in every matchup.
Yeah, like that's a really strong way to put it. That Tim's seal effect is essentially his Spirit Gun, but on a character. That's a really good way to put it. But twice.
Yeah.
Twice, right? I mean, and obviously you're not throwing the stats on it. Like you're not a 5/6 attack also, which was another issue with Spirit Gun. You're not a 5/6 safe attack with no interaction that just blows something up. But you're a character that invalidates their best cards. And, like, you don't see that too often with no cost. Like, sure, Tira is going to be able to have spot removal, but Tira's spot removal is at the cost of you playing at least 2 attacks a turn.
Sure.
Correct.
Yeah,
good work with you. You're so wise, Phil.
Yeah.
I know, dude. I actually say a lot of smart things, but I never talk about this game.
They're just sandwiched between a lot of, what's a good way to put it?
I usually let Jeremy Ray do all the talking.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
I'm like, man, he has a lot to say. He probably cares a lot more.
I haven't told him yet, by the way, but I think the only reason J. Ray didn't top is because he wimped out and played Kurama instead of my character.
Yeah, he was supposed to.
Well, he didn't top because Kurama is a shitty character.
I told him the night before. So
he was very upset, and I was like, well, you did play Kurama. He's like, my deck's good. I was like, you got shit on by, like, randoms, dude. But yeah, no, his big tirade though for the weekend is like Jetta is an actual problem, and I kind of am seeing his point.
Yeah.
For the same like reasons that Tim and stuff's a problem, Jetta actually also is a problem.
Sure.
With the same like removal. You have a plus tier effect, like you can get rid of all their foundations for basically nothing. You can hide
this
defensively.
Gets amplified next set as well.
Yeah.
Because you're getting more momentum dumps from tier support.
Yeah, you get much better options to do your things with. You even get like if you want to, you can even just play most of her attacks because Senku also already has Fury.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, and then
so Senku has Fury, so you could just play other attacks that are hers. You can play her. You can play her combo that's combo weapon anyway, and that card's nuts.
Yep. Because all of his stuff's already weapons.
Yeah, then you can use their momentum to kill them with Snare, right? Snare's the one. It's the powerful 3.
Boulder, yeah.
That card,
you just powerful off of their momentum.
Yeah, that card's. I killed some dude with that card yesterday. That was pretty sick. Yeah, awesome.
I did that. She also has removal on asset.
Yeah.
Oh
yeah. Shoving it. Swordfish, but with momentum. Right.
Her asset's also nuts.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is.
They were just like, let's give this thing all of the stats and then make it good. Also.
Yeah.
Wow.
Sick.
So
that's a good idea to look out for coming up to this next set, because if you guys said that, and he didn't even top here, but obviously Tam was running around with the character and still causing issues, and it's only going to get better.
Yeah, it's only gets better. I mean, like, second place at nationals, it's consistent top cuts. Then again, like, that entire set is just a total issue for the game. That whole set is just fucking nuts.
You're not the only one who has said that on this show, so
it's such a dumb set. Yeah. Like, it is completely hurts the entire design for the game. Those characters are always going to top.
Yeah,
they'll always be top tier.
Except for Chun-Li and Morrigan. Sad face.
Well, but even then, if you put like Chun-Li or Morrigan into the Soul Calibur set, they're probably like the second or third best character in the set, because this set characters are not that good. I was
just talking about Morrigan with my other workers, because she shares the symbols with Sung Mina, and Sung Mina has really wonky block mods as well.
Yeah, that's true.
It's like that character would be super good in the set and it's not because like she's bad. She's just bad in the vacuum of that set.
Yeah,
she's the worst character in the best set.
Yeah.
Or like the second.
Even Elena, like you compare Elena with all these other 5 diffs that came before her, she's crazy. Like
she's nuts. Yeah. She's nuts in comparison to the 5 diffs that come out after, unless you kill. Like Killick was nuts because of Spirit Gun. Yeah. Killick's not nuts in general. He was broken because of Spirit Gun.
Very true. Yeah. Yeah. On the way home, Sean Bauman was talking about Sung Mina and looping with her asset, and Kali Yuga just playing with Moonset and Moonset just over and over again. Like, just keep continually debuilding your opponent with her, and just take.
I mean, you could do that, yeah. I mean,
yes, man. Yeah.
I'm having won a draft event with Sung Mina. I'm playing her next format.
Nice.
While I'm not going to Worlds, sadly, so I won't be able to do that kind of thing. And but I am definitely going to play her in between of when the game's kind of moving to this new phase. And she's great. I think she's incredible. I hope she's not overtuned, because I only played her in draft format, and I have not played her in a constructed format. So.
Well, you also have to think too. If you play in a draft format, everything is a little more concentrated. So it may seem like she's overtuned, but she may just be fine in a constructed format. So I don't know.
I was really just enjoying the fact that it was like all the old dudes drafting with a bunch of people who didn't have brains in Indy, and like anybody who was like remotely been playing the game for forever was just winning every single draft. It was nuts.
Yeah.
Yeah, how many Shadow Slicers can you draft?
Thomas Gordon had 7 of the 1/5 lose a life for 2 damage cards.
Oh, neat.
It's 7. I was like,
how's that happen?
I really wish I was in that pod so I could have gotten good cards.
I drafted Sung Mina. I drafted 6 gradient for training or whatever. Yeah. So the Sung Mina 1/5 with a low block to flip, discard, draw.
Yeah.
But I also drafted an asset, and I was playing a character that built an asset. So it was actually just flip draw on my deck. So
cool.
Nice. Yeah.
Cool. Yeah, I drafted Tira, and I had 2 pieces of throw hate. Did not see them versus
lost is Tira.
Yeah,
6-0 to draft.
Yeah, dude. I got thrown into Inferno first, and I lost because I checked her ultra rare. I was like, here comes the 2. I only had 1, and I checked it and lost.
If you had more than 1, you would have been the best drafter of all time.
I know. If I would have had 2, I would have won, actually. I only had 1. But I had 6 of the one that you pop 1 to debuild them 1. Whatever, I forget what that card is. But yeah, that one was kind of neat. But
the Cervantes one?
No,
Scratch Glissando.
Yeah, Glissando. Scratch. Yeah, her attack. That card's really good. I like that card a lot. And then I lost to an Astaroth.
I played against Mitsurugi playing that card because it's a combo.
Yeah.
Oh lordy, man. Oh, that.
I also found out that
it was overall. I think it's a pretty fun set. Mm-hmm. Like it's a good set to draft too. I'm not sure how like competitive anything in it is, but like it certainly is like a very fun draft, and it gave spams for a bunch of symbols, like a bunch of like high quality spam.
Yeah,
I had so many low blocks.
I believe it.
Symbols that had bad low blocks now have crazy low blocks.
Yeah.
I can't believe the Amy one, the 0-6
that can't be flipped.
Low block can't be flipped and playable while committed. But like, I'll game one. Yeah, I'll game one. Did you flip something? I'll game one.
That's nuts. Yeah, there was a lot of good ones. I was really liking the Raphael 1-5, the pop versus speed. Mm-hmm. I was like, oh, this card's nuts.
I thought it was pretty low.
I had to double check that because to see if the destroy, if you had less than six or less, was before the colon, because a dude blew it up and he went from 7 to 6, so he was able to get the speed off of it.
That works.
Yeah, that works. Yeah.
I just loved it how it's like, so ready it's -4 when you're there, and at any point you're like, oh, it's still -2. Like that card is better, if not the same power level as Fei.
I'd say it gives you a lot of options.
Different circumstances.
I like the Cervantes one too. The Cervantes one was really good as well. I like that one.
I love the Raphael Rare. I don't know if you drafted it. The 2/5 Foundation. It was commit for 2 speed, and you can change the zone of this attack to any other zone.
That's cool, yeah.
And then
that's neat.
And then it had another ability on it, and I wish I could remember it, but I didn't use it.
Good stuff.
Yeah,
good stuff. I think everybody had a good time drafting. I think that format was like, it was a really good draft. It's a good drafting set.
Mm-hmm.
I've never had fun drafting before, so that one was a very good drafting set.
Okay. Yeah.
There was enough spam for people to actually have actual decks. There was enough attacks that were actually good attacks, quality attacks that you could just play. You didn't get stuck with a lot of crap in your deck.
Sure.
Pretty cool. Had every time somebody tried to play Amy, at least once per draft pod or draft tournament, everybody always tried to play Amy. And I was like, that's cool, man. Good for you.
Yeah.
I expected testing. I like testing against people's everybody was just building new stuff, obviously, because it had just come out, so people were testing their new decks. I played against his name's Parker, I believe. Not Parker Parker Hughes. It was a different Parker. He was a younger kid.
Oh, other Parker? Oh, the Biako guy,
Parker.
Right? He played Biako?
Ginger Parker.
Yeah, Ginger Parker,
He had built an Amy deck, and he was playing against my Tira, and that was pretty fun. I played against Mark Wisniewski's Voldo.
I played against the hotel.
Tried to get games with anybody I could. Honestly, really just playing this Tira deck because I thought it was really fun.
Yeah, I played against...
really fun. I mean, really fun for me. Probably not really fun for them.
I threw Cole Khan into Voldo because we had played down and we went to breakfast at the hotel.
Yeah, I already smashed you again with your Boomer Codal deck.
He got me with Vicious for sure. But then
because you just couldn't give it up. Your Boomer hatred really couldn't give up that he had smashed you into top cuts again.
Hey man, you think that, so
that's true, man.
It's
out there somewhere, dude.
I know. Maybe one day, but no. The Voldo deck's really cool because he actually put me into a really bad spot to where I had to give him Downward Spiral.
Yeah.
I was like, that's not cool, man. Then he hit me for 19 or some shit like that, and I was just sick. And
that card's really cool to get hit by when you're playing any reasonable amount of cards for a hand size,
Yeah.
You're a 7 hand size and you played 5 cards your turn? I guess I'll have a 15 damage Downward Spiral at some point in this game.
Yeah.
I think he has some real legs too, just because he got that rare foundation that's removal of attacks, because you're going to have stuff in your remove from game pile.
Oh, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Cervantes Foundation's pretty cool too. The one that's flip targeted destroy.
Oh yeah.
But they get a
face down.
Yeah.
Your face down card doesn't have an effect.
Yeah, that's really good.
It then synergizes with face down things.
Yes, it does. So outside of Tira, anyone else you're excited to see out of that set?
Me?
Yeah.
I mean, I'll probably end up building Cassandra, but
yeah.
Once I saw Tira, I was like, well, that's the character I'm building. You have a desperation effect on a character, I'm probably going to play it as long as it's a 7-hand size character. And then, like, I don't know. She's my favorite Soul Calibur character anyway, so it's just like, well, we'll give it a whirl. And then I saw her support and was like, oh, she's just nuts. That's cool. I like things that are nuts.
Yeah.
I like being able to compete with my favorite characters. I'm not like some of those other like guys that are like, well, I really love Midoriya, so I'm going to lose every game I play as Midoriya. No. Can't sell me on that one, man. No. Winning is way more fun than playing my favorite characters.
Yeah, very true. Very true. It just helps that if you win with your favorite characters, because your favorite characters are good. Yeah.
We did give it a whirl with Jeffrey, though. That was pretty cool. We made that mistake never again the rest of the season. So
I think Jeffrey might have legs now because of Amy stuff.
That's true.
Yeah.
The Albion thing might actually be kind of cool.
Yeah.
Where you can refreeze stuff, basically.
Yeah, my favorite 2 characters I think I'm going to try are Sungmin as my first, and then actually Raphael is my second, because I think I'm actually just excited to play Order again, because I think they got a ton of gas. So
they got a lot of support. A lot of good cards in Order from that set.
Yeah, thankfully from Raph's support, I'm going to build Cammy again and just throw her around.
Yeah,
throw her around
I traded
locals.
An ultra rare Cammy because I convinced somebody it was going to be good. Yes.
She might, just because she's a 7-hander and she has zone change and Order.
Yeah,
I think Cammy got me my copy, one of my copies of Iser and Drossel. So
there you go.
Yeah, I'm building her. I'm gonna build Amy first out of the set because I got 4 of the alternate arts. So I'm gonna build her. Ooh, max rarity deck, man.
Wow, good job, man. Did you swindle some little kids? Or?
Oh no. I took them for scout support. We had 2 kits, so I took 4 out of 1 kit. So,
do you guys think the meta changes very much with this set, or you think it kind of stays top heavy?
I think all it really does is it opens up the field slightly more, and I think more symbol identities will be seen, and there's just more characters to do those symbol identities. So you have to think let's take a look at Tira, right? Like there's going to be this whole now like combo foundation destruction thing that exists because Spirit Gun has now been eliminated across all those decks, and so now they're going to find a new way to do it. I think that's a really good new way to do it. Yeah. And characters like Tira and Jetta are already strong contestants to do it, and you just try and shove that into a bunch of different characters, basically. So
because basically Jetta's a 7-hander already. So anyway,
if you play him right,
if you play him right, I don't know. Well, we all know going first still matters, so I don't think that's going to change. So,
I like that rule, dude. I do not. I think it is the biggest incentive to actually play UFS.
Yeah, it is.
I don't think you should be rolling dice at top cuts. I think that's the dumbest thing ever. Why leave someone the chance and just give it to the higher seed?
Yeah.
You have now Swiss champs, the past 2 events you've been at. For one, it mattered. For the other one, it didn't.
Right, exactly. The other, I 2-0'd in one of them. I got 2-0'd in the other one.
Yeah.
It's fine.
Yeah.
Your matchups still matter. Man, that was not a good one. That was not a good one. But I'm just curious to see if the meta shakes up like it normally does, where people just forget that the old broken characters exist because everyone always does that.
Yeah, they always want to put the new stuff.
Still a character, guys.
Yeah.
Just saying. Yeah. That's still a character that nobody plays.
It's that thing too. Is I think obviously I think a lot of people were playing Genbu hate before. I think people are going to shift into a lot more throw hate. I think Astaroth's cards really do kind of make people have to play around them, just because you're going to have characters like Goro running around. Being able to pick up Anguishes every single turn is something that actually matters. So you might see more throw hate generically. Asset hate, I think, is going to come around because people are going to play Meteors. And if they're not playing Meteors, I guess the Aswell Ultra Rares, that if you want to make them work. So I think asset hate will be big. And I think it'll be a better time when Homemade Explosives comes back.
Yeah.
That's next month. Right?
It should be next month, yeah.
Yeah.
But, I feel like what'll end up happening is that, the next format will just be you'll see a lot of this Soul Calibur stuff, but we won't see all the stuff that we should be seeing still anyway.
Yeah.
And it's very weird to me that how the game progresses that way, in the sense that nobody actually cares about the power level of stuff. They just want shiny new toys usually.
Yeah.
And that's always that's been the case for every set that isn't Darkstalkers.
Yeah.
Like, people don't play with we're all upset about their Bebop toys being too broken, and now they don't want to play with them.
Yeah.
Or people are all upset about, like, how good all these Mortal Kombat characters are, and now nobody plays them. Like, it's just a progressive thing where it just moves down the line, like, one set at a time, what people will and will not play.
Well, that's the thing. People are cycling out of these Mortal Kombat characters, so what's next? No one's going to play the Raptor anymore. Nobody's going to play Guile. No one's going to
play... No way, dude. That's what I'm saying. That set is the exception to the rule, because no matter how many sets have come out since it, nobody stops playing them.
Yeah, very true. Very true. Yeah.
But, like, you just don't see the good...
Seventh Cross is old news.
Well, Seventh Cross was old news when the Seventh Cross came out, man. So...
but that's... Nobody's playing Janet anymore. Nobody's playing Turnerloose. And...
Well, Turnerloose is good, though. Turnerloose has at least made the top cuts of the previous couple of events.
I mean, like, he won the last event.
Well,
I mean, it was an 8-person PTC, right? Like, I'm not giving Robert any credit for that shit. That's bullshit PTC. You don't get any daps for that. That's dumb. That's like, if I went to my locals right now, it would be more than 8 people. And I don't have a local tournament. I could get 8 friends together in my house right now, probably, to play this game. Like, no, absolutely not. That's not a real tournament. I am glad that they posted deck lists so people could see they're not tournament decks. But yeah. But no, he was like a top 4 deck in teams. He was a top 8 deck at nationals. I think Tornloose is actually probably the only one that's really good outside of Slinka. Jeanette probably gets better somehow. I don't know. She's going to progressively kind of maybe grow, but I also don't think she's a very good character. Yeah. She's too slow.
Yeah.
This format's nuts. Everybody dies to everything. This format is absolutely nuts.
Yeah. That's why I chose Sophie, because she's at least... I can play a defensive game, but then...
Oh, why didn't you play Spike 1, who's just better Sophie?
Yeah, I know. Yeah. Then I probably would have gotten diversified then.
Maxie's back too, you remember that?
Oh yeah, Maxie's back.
That's right. I'm actually going to build Maxie. Yeah,
I'm building Maxie.
I changed my mind. I'm going to build Maxie.
I built the Maxie deck that I had built before JJ got it banned, because I wasn't doing that kind of gimmicky stuff. And now that new Maxie's here, I'm like, oh, this deck's still crazy. Like, oh, just putting it back together. But now with 2 new sets of stuff.
Right, exactly. I don't know, man. I'm like, I hope that the game grows enough for people to, like, not keep just missing out on stuff. Like, there's no reason Jackie Break shouldn't be at all these tournaments.
Yeah,
There's one Jackie player.
I said that the whole PTC season. I just want you to know that.
Well, all you have to say is Ryan Fields going to this one, then there'll be a Jackie.
He's the only Jackie player.
Yeah, he's the only Jackie player. Yeah.
I'm like, Jeremy's always like, I just want to play all these decks. I'm like, dude, why don't you just play Jackie and win tournaments again?
Yeah.
Instead of being such... He's like, oh, I don't care about PTCs. And then he gets there and loses and he gets upset. And I'm like, I'm sorry, Jeremy, but you could have avoided this. We had the counter strats.
You knew what it was, right? He cut his hair.
No way, dude. His hair was not providing him any power.
Oh, okay, then fair enough.
Because he also did poorly in national singles.
Oh, okay, fine then. Fine.
But that was bad luck. That was leftover Omaha luck, he told me, and I believe him.
All right, so yeah, well, good talk about that stuff. So
yeah, dude,
let's
what else you want to talk to?
Let's get into picks for
which one? Both of them?
Yes.
Well, we're gonna do all the quick categories for Davey, and then we're gonna do the winner for the Montreal one as the bonus question. Okay. So, so I forget, how do we do attendance always? Is it?
The leader goes first.
All right,
Since
so
Rob's not here, it's you.
It's me. So Davey, I'm gonna go 25.
Where is this? Florida.
Florida. There's a decent sized group in Florida. So.
Does anyone know Atlanta's driving?
I don't know.
Well, I'm not gonna give you any insider information, dude.
Yeah,
oh
see,
my
I'm trying to get the guests some more points.
Yeah,
what did you say? 27.
I said 25.
25.
Yeah.
Okay.
It is Price is Right style too, Phil.
It is Price is Right style.
Pick a
man,
number.
that's a good number.
I know it's a good number. So
I'll take 26 then.
Oh, fuck.
1.
All right.
I will choose the number 1. I'll take 1 to 24 because Rob's not here. Thanks.
All right. So characters, we go from bottom up, correct?
What is does this character thing work?
Okay, so you pick 2. You pick 2.
But we snake. So
draft.
Last place gets first draft pick. We go up to first, and then snake.
Is it what will win, or
yes? What will win?
What wins?
What wins the event?
Oh, okay. So we're doing this for Davy PTC.
Yeah, and then we're doing it for Montreal as the bonus question. So we'll come back to it after we're done doing all Davy stuff.
Well, let's see. What was good? What was actually good though?
New set's out.
Yeah, new set is legal. Yeah. So you know, no one's gonna play Jeddah, no one's gonna play Raptor, no one's gonna play old
Absolutely
stuff.
Not. I'm gonna pick Jeddah.
Okay. Barrett.
I'll pick Raptor.
All right.
It's the same area of the country where Ashley is, so I'll guess.
Yeah, that is also true.
Good guess.
I'm gonna take Turn Loose and hope Dave goes and wins. So Rob will have to pick later. And then, so it goes back. So I get the wraparound, I guess. So I'm going to pick a new guy, I think. Maybe. Raphael has struggles killing people. I'd pick Raph.
But he gets to block any zone.
I know. And he gets to make Moonset low, which is fantastic.
That's pretty good.
Yeah.
Low Moonset seems pretty tight.
Yeah.
And you get to play, so, like...
Are you talking me into picking Raph? I think you are. I'm doing it.
I wouldn't do that. That seems like a shitty idea.
Red Eye Capsule is really busted in him.
That's true.
For defense and offense.
I'm going to go with... I'm going to go with Yoshi.
Wait, why does Rob get to pick later if the guests had to forfeit all their picks? That's bullshit. I want Rob to forfeit his picks.
Well, the issue is that you can pick the same as other people, so it doesn't really... The characters usually don't... We have an unwritten rule that we don't pick the same, so he won't pick anybody else.
So you're getting all the first choices of all the good characters.
Yeah.
Yeah, but like I also don't want him to swoop in and pick the number 2 for my...
Oh, yeah, that could also happen.
Yeah, it's BS, dude. He doesn't get to pick. Come on, man.
I will... We'll see what he picks, and then because there's no way he's picking 2. Well, he might.
He'll pick the number 2.
Yeah,
absolutely. If he sees I pick the number 1, it's Price is Right rules.
That's true.
That's why I'm supposed to pick last. All right, he at least doesn't get to pick that number then.
He can't pick 2.
I'll surrender that to you because I was supposed to pick last, not second to last.
We'll say what happens is if his
we'll see what happens.
Yeah.
If he bullshits you, Phil, we'll give you a re-pick on the number.
Gotcha.
Yeah, we'll give you a re-pick. Yeah, we'll do that.
Sounds fair.
We'll give you a re-pick. That works.
Because then you can pick 3 and then hose.
Yeah, if he picks 2, I'm picking 3. So if he does that, just
that's fine. Exactly. I'll do that.
We'll retcon it.
We'll retcon this shit.
All right. So what did you pick?
I picked Yoshi.
Oh, I'd pick a second. I'm sorry,
you picked the second one. Yeah.
What was your first one, Chris?
Turn Loose.
Oh, okay. Turn Loose and Yoshi. Cool.
Yeah.
Should I pick a new character as well?
Yeah.
Let's pick the Hot Spice, Cassandra.
All right.
I'm gonna pick Quan Chi.
Uh-oh. You know something.
Bromley's going.
Yeah, Bromley's going. Yeah, Quan Chi. Yeah.
Oh, no.
Yeah. Diversity.
Probably gonna put you boomers to shame.
I beat him for my champ card. Whatever.
That's true.
Next is diversity.
Yeah, diversity. So.
What is this now? How does this work?
This is actual diversified players.
Oh, like how many?
Yeah.
0.
Okay. Fair. I'm gonna go with
0.
I'm going with 1.
Lame.
Yep. So, all right, we'll get Rob's picks, and then if he picks 2, you're getting 3. So.
All right, so now I get the bonus of this other piece.
Yeah.
Right?
So let me write this down real quick because I have to write this down real fast. So Montreal.
2 characters or 1?
We're going with 2. We're gonna keep it.
Do I get to pick 2 characters to win this?
Yeah.
Or we're all picking.
We're all
I thought
picking.
this was the bonus round for me.
No, it's the bonus round for everybody.
Oh, this is bullshit.
Yeah, but
all right, I'm picking first.
Go ahead. You can. It's fine.
Or Jackie Briggs.
Oh, Ryan.
Okay.
You think Ryan Fields is going?
He might be, man. It's pretty close.
Where's Montreal?
Yeah.
I don't know where people live.
Dude, you could pick Woodman. Danny Fung won their event last weekend with Woodman somehow. I have no idea.
What else do people play for that?
Well, are you not in the UFS Canada Facebook group?
No. I don't live in Canada, dude.
Like Mike Lowe's playing Zhang Hua. We just think you can pick Mike. You can pick X, and maybe Mike wins.
Man, I'm basically just. This is such a throwaway for me because I have no idea.
Isn't like the Montreal PTC just a throwaway, anyways?
Okay. Okay. For updates, last week yesterday they played Woodman, Reptile, Rando, Kuwabara, Scorpion, Zhanghua, Hiei, and Warraptor.
Yeah.
So I will pick. I'll pick Zhanghua, sure.
All right.
Worst case, Kevin Broberg plays it, right?
No, because Kevin's actually going to play himself with all the assets that just came out. So I'm picking Kevin Broberg too.
Wow.
He had insider information. Double dealing.
Yeah, I did. Right.
So is it your pick again then?
You can pick. It's fine. I don't care.
Let's go with like Kung Jin just in case Jesse Cervini shows up and maybe has a good day.
There you go. Nice pick. Barrett?
I'll pick Kuwabara.
I'm going to pick. I'm gonna pick a new character.
I'd be good and pick Mitsurugi, the better version.
Yeah.
Fair.
I'll pick Yusuke.
I for one believe in Rochester Boomers Anonymous, dude. One of them's got to win it.
I don't know if anybody's play Kuwabara at that event. I'll try it. I'll put my money there.
I'm just gonna go pro tag armor and just pick Yusuke, and who knows? Maybe someone plays him. So maybe a local plays him.
True.
Maybe.
We're going to see an influx of All Mights now that Eric actually did something with him.
So the funny thing is, though, that one of my locals instantly messaged our group, like, anyone got that All Might list yet? It's like, dude, the list's already... They're not even done playing yet.
They're literally playing UFS still.
Yeah, they're still literally playing it. And Ryan Pham did all the deck lists while top cuts were going on.
I played against him in Omaha, and that list hasn't changed very much.
I'm fairly certain it's the same. The only thing that changed is he didn't eat lunch, and that really increased his odds of winning because he had lost every game after lunch break for like the past 3 events.
He actually said that. He said something about
that. I've been keeping tabs. I keep yelling at him for eating lunch. It was my advice, so I was still allowed to beat him.
Oh, fair enough. That's kind of you. Very kind of you.
Right? Yeah.
Cool. You got anything coming up? Look, you going to any other events or anything soon?
Me?
Yeah.
I don't think I'm doing anything recently. Honestly, I know Mark's going to San Antonio. Mm-hmm. I was almost going to do that. I strongly considered it, but I probably shouldn't miss any more work.
Sure.
I think realistically, my next event is providing like there's no really early PTCs next year. It'll probably be Worlds. Yeah. Like I don't know if they did the PTC schedule or not yet. Mm-hmm. But I think I'm out.
Taking applications soon though.
I think I'm out for like December. I'm not gonna do anything really. Maybe I pop over to like a local event, but even that for me is like an hour away.
Okay, sure.
So I'm not sure. I will be enjoying the holiday season, I guess. I don't know.
No, that's always good. Take a break, come back.
Oh man, I don't want to take a break. I just don't have anything to go to anymore.
Everything's far away now.
Everything's far away now, and I think my sponsorship bucks have run out almost. I gotta re-up and fly again. But I was a bum this year. They might not want me.
But you topped though. You didn't.
I like 2 events all year.
Oh really? Oh wow.
No, that's not entirely true. It's just mostly true.
Then mostly true.
I actually topped Worlds and Nats, so at least I got that for me. Yeah. And I topped Ford Worlds and Nats teams, so
yeah, that's
I'm
like double
still
points.
A real player, guys. Don't worry.
That's like triple.
I just play shitty stuff a lot. Whatever. We think we're better than we are, and then we play Jeffrey and really get reality checked, and it sucks. But that's life. What about you guys? You guys going to anything spicy recently? You got any upcoming plans?
I just have local stuff, I think.
Just pin events. That's it. Locals. Yeah. You know.
I got a Premier Store event next week, or no, this weekend, where the set is legal.
Oh, that's cool.
Wow, cool.
So like, right out the meat grinder.
We have
so my players were reaching for cards real quick, so.
What? We have our
How's your play group growing over there? You got like a bunch of people now, or what?
Number wise, we're probably about the same. We have about 6 that always make it to the shop every time we play, out of the 12-ish that are really interested in go-getting.
Okay, cool.
Since most of them went to the Omaha PTC, the ones that are like influential, they have since got their competitive spirit, and they are now wanting to get really good, and so they are okay with me playing very strong decks against them now.
Oh, that's good. They're like actually wanting the testing. Unlike like Chris Smith, who plays against all his like locals and then he smashes them and doesn't teach them anything.
Yeah, I mean,
he's got that boomer competitive spirit,
Right. And
I mean, like the World War II, everybody.
Like the draft, I still, I wanted to do my best. So and it's a new set, so like everybody's at the same ground.
Yeah, sure.
It was definitely things like you can definitely see they're still like learning like what effects are strong, and so like there were so many times where all these cards were just passed to me. I'm like, okay.
Yeah. I was kind of honestly impressed with not necessarily that like every Indy player was like at the top of the standings or whatever, but I thought a lot of them had gotten a lot better since I had last seen them.
Sure.
At the store, really. Mm-hmm. Like they've got a pretty like decent community growth thing going on, and like I don't know, Eric is really randomly just becoming pretty good.
Yeah.
And it's like super random, honestly, because I thought Eric was absolutely dog shit last year. So
you finally maybe
I love Eric, but man, he was I just remember him at Nats like 2018 just high the entire time. He might still be high the entire time, but at least now he's high at like top tables or whatever.
Maybe he just found a character he really likes, so that's why he's winning so much now.
I was the only reason too that he didn't top at Omaha.
I say he played you on the bubble, so
yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I played Eli last round to get into tops, and oh boy.
Yeah, you almost lost to a 6-year-old.
I almost had a Thomas Gordon experience. Yeah.
That 6-year-old would have made top cuts instead of you.
Yeah, I know. He might have actually could have beaten Mark, maybe. So maybe I should have just let him in.
What was he playing?
Rando.
Oh, that was my pick.
He was beating everyone's ass. He steamrolled me game 1 so fast. And then we'd had a long game 2, and then game 3 came down to the wire, man. It was just... I got to overly dramatic a deliverance for the win, so that was kind of neat. So, with his parents watching, and then his mom made a comment when we went to go buy water. She's like, "I should charge you $5 each for these because you beat my kid." And I'm like, "Oh man!"
I kept telling their kids to brush their teeth the entire weekend.
Just like after you beat someone, be like, "Hey, remember brush your teeth."
No, like the shop owner's kids play, and every time I'm there, I keep trying to get them to practice good hygiene, and they just refuse. So I was last year. I told him that none of the girls were gonna like him if he doesn't brush his teeth. But at least he told me this year he's brushing them once a day at least, and it's at nighttime, which I would highly not recommend for your one time a day to brush your teeth if you're going to do it. Do it in the morning.
Do it in the morning.
Have fresh breath for a little bit of the day.
Yeah.
And just accept your stinky breath for the rest of the night.
All right.
You heard it here.
Yeah, I heard it here. Brush your teeth.
You heard it here first, folks. Practice good hygiene. Nobody wants to smell your breath.
I'm going to quote this now. Every time like a major comes up, and people were like, "Remember, good hygiene." I'm like, and Phil Birch wants you to brush your teeth. Not once, but twice a day.
Brush your teeth twice a day, folks. You heard it here first.
All right, so thanks, Phil, for coming on. Appreciate it.
No problem, guys. Anytime.
Congratulations on your win, dude.
Thank you. I needed this plane ticket to get to Vegas so I could not spend so much damn money.
I think that was a lot of people's mindsets at that event. It was like, try to win that plane ticket to go to Vegas. So,
yeah, Sean Bullock's still a bum. He didn't even play in the event. So.
He showed up twice, though. He showed up like
15 times and then left like intermittently and didn't play in the tournament.
Yeah. He probably could have signed up, played, gotten beat, gone home, came back, gotten beat, gone home. Easily, yeah.
He might have won some games. I gave him Nightmare.
Oh yeah.
Whatever.
Randomly.
It was still Boulder Nightmare because I was too lazy to build him a deck. But
all right, everyone. Take care of yourselves. Like, comment, subscribe. We'll see you guys all later in the next episode of the Guile Treatment. Have a good night.
See ya.